Hello, everybody. Just waiting to see if things get cut up. I don't have a thing to show me today if I'm live or not. So you'll have to let me know. I don't know if I have my other phone charged here that I can pull it up on YouTube. Let's see. Maybe I can. How are you? Hi, Ellen. Thanks for joining me tonight. I'm going to see if I can pull it up quick. There, I'm on Wi Fi finally. I don't know if it's going to let me. Let's see. Hello, Luann. Hi, Cherie. All right, so you guys can hear me, right? Okay. I was just gonna pull up my quick on my Facebook. Awesome. Hi, Francie. Hi, Kelly. Hi, Lori. Hi, Andrew. How are you? Andrew, did you see the answer? I answered your question about the embossing powder. That yes, I had embossed it. I was just gonna okay. It says I'm live, so I'm just gonna put that away. Loud and clear. Awesome. So you asked me about that card if I had used the embossing powder on it. Okay. And I said, yes, I used the polar on it. So I already sent it in. Otherwise, I'd show it to you up close. Hi, Kate from Florida. Good. I'm loud and clear. Awesome. I am going to get ready to go. Hi, Lori from Wisconsin. I've got the traditional trimmings kit box here. I think last week you guys asked me to play with this. So I thought we'd make some cards. I'm going to go through it really quick because I know there was an unboxing video, but just in case, um, I kind of left everything inside. This is what you get in the kit. And I couldn't remember if you get the other stencil or not, the starry stencils. Throw them on the floor. We're going to use a bunch of this. Andrew, to be honest with you, the biggest thing I think is the best is that I had a stamping platform and I only stamped it out twice, I think, though. But that was on smooth cardstock, but it worked real well. Um, we get the traditional trimmings paper pad, the Merry Melody card panels. There's the Flourishing Holiday stamp and die, the St. Nicholas stamp and die. You get the Noel embossing powder, this silver tinsel, some card bases, this silver shimmer splash, which I haven't used yet. And then you also get some cardstock. I was going to cut it down and I thought maybe I should wait and cut it down after today. So I'm going to push some of this off to the side here. We get Jurassic, Scarlet, Lagoon, and Lunch Bag. I'm thinking Lunch Bag was out of stock because this is not Lunch Bag. This must be, they might have had to replace this. This must be Macchiato maybe? Because Lunch Bag's a little lighter. I wrote down Lunch Bag. I was taken off the website, but until that comes in. And then I didn't remember if the Starscape came in there or not. I thought it did, but it wasn't on the site, so I wasn't 100% sure, which I have that stencil here somewhere. And then for the add-ons, there was the sheet music stamp set, and then the fancy frame hot foil plate, which I'm not going to use that tonight. We can use that next time. Here's the hot foil plate, and then separately was a stencil and a die. And I know Christopher's used that. And then we've got the tinsel, the gold tinsel. And then the other parts of the add-on were the tea stains in the hibiscus and apricot. I like the shimmer splash too. I've only used the gold so far. We're going to use some of that tonight. All right. And also in the box was a piece of the snowflake glitter stock. I'm kind of trying to hide a few things here because I have some stuff pre-done. Sneaky peeks. Here is what the tea stains look like. I just sprayed this on aqua pigment paper. So this is the apricot, and this was the hibiscus. So you can see what those look like. I just sprayed them really close so you get a whole thing of it. And obviously this is where it was heavy and it was kind of dripping. So, but this is what it would look like when I just let them dry naturally. Yeah, they do look really cool. We might use these tonight. I wanted to get all the wet stuff done ahead of time so that we wouldn't have to wait for anything to dry. So you can just use them like any other the mists or to like stain to make it a little bit aged, things like that. But like I said, this is what they look like. It's just one kind of coating. So what I have pre-done tonight. Oh, and then I wanted to show you that if you get the embossing powders of the month or the special embossing powders that come in this, Brutus Monroe sells the containers that you can order. Do they have shimmer or no? These do not have shimmer. If you wanted to add some shimmer, I would suggest doing some pearl while it was wet on there. And so like the pearl shimmer mist or the pearl aqua pigment you could put on there and kind of do that as well. But no, these do not have shimmer. They're more of a stain for like aged kind of look. But what I was going to show you is that this is what I was going to do it ahead of time. I thought I'd do it live. If you do not want to keep them in the bags and you don't want to put them in a container like this, because of space issues, I thought I'd do this right here live. This is what I'm going to do with my embossing powders as I get them in the little bags, because I will make a mess. So I just cut that top part off. You're welcome, Ellen. And then they are zip locked. And I'm just going to kind of tap it down a little bit. I'm not going to worry because they're static cling. You're not going to get all those. You know, they are. And Kate, I saved all of them. I mean, this is actually got you can see there might be a little bit of dust in there. That's from probably fairy dust or something. This one has sparkle in it, so I'm not going to worry about it. I'm just going to go ahead and pour this in. Not going to worry about if I get it all out. If we use this tonight, I didn't use it last night. I forgot about it when I was prepping. We can take some of that out of the bag, but I'm not terribly worried if I don't get it all out. I'm just going to shut that up. You probably could try and peel this off or cut this off and tape it. I'll probably just write on here that it's Noel. And then you can just put the lid back on them. So, you know, here you go. I'm going to put that off to the side and we're going to quick wipe off my glitter here and we're going to get started. All right. I want to move this off. So what I did is I took some of the paper from the traditional Trimmings paper pad and I used the sparkle. Where did I put it? I had it sitting right here. The sparkle, the Starscape one. I had it. I just had it here. Of course, it disappears on me now that I want to use it. But I used the Starscape stencil. You can see it. And I used some of the Chroma Glaze in gold on it. Is the sparkle in there gold? Let me see. I think it's silver. It looks kind of silvery to me. We'll stamp it out. How does that? We'll stamp it with something and we'll look at it. It looks silvery to me. More than gold. I will stamp something out, like I said, and we will try it. So I just went ahead and took and I don't know where that stencil went. That is so crazy. Of course, when I want to use it, I had it sitting here and I moved it. Sorry, I'm just looking quick to see if I can find it, but I'm not sure where I put it now. You can see on it, here is one where I used with the gold. I don't know if I have the poinsettia. I have the Christmas Eve one. I don't have the poinsettia one, so I wouldn't be able to tell you. This is what the Star Sparkle stencil looks like. A Starscape stencil, and this is also the gold. So if you see, but I just kind of put it down in a couple spots and just put a little bit of this. So we're going to start with this tonight and we're going to cut it down. So let's move our stuff out of the way. And we're going to go ahead and make a couple cards. So I just kind of looked for paper that I liked. What I really like about our 6x6 pads is making mini slim cards with them. And I did not want, if you can tell, I didn't make it perfect. I wanted it to just kind of go off to the side. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this down at 3 inches so that I have 2 panels. And I tried to kind of avoid the image here. so that you could see that. And then if you look, there's the other, this is the other side too. So you could choose either one, but I wanted to use this side so I could use a little bit of that gold. And we're going to make a quick mini slim card or two, and then we'll go on and make something else with that. I'm going to grab, this is the Holly cardstock. Actually, we'll use the Scarlet. We'll start with the Scarlet. I'd like to try to use what's in the kit for you guys. And I'm going to go ahead and cut this down. And we're going to mat this. So this is at 3, so I'm going to go 3.25. And I may end up cutting it down a little bit more. And then we'll do 3.25 again. So has everyone got their Christmas cards completely finished? I do not. I haven't even thought about mailing them out yet. I probably need to, but I haven't. And I am going to use the card bases. Oh, excuse me, I have to sneeze. These are the pre-cut, pre-scored slimline card bases from Brutus Monroe. I love them. So they measure 6 by 3.5. So this is where you have a ton down already, still working on them. I'm so funny. Oh, I could feel it coming, and I thought, I'm going to sneeze right on camera. This is where you have to decide if you want white edges all the way around or if you want white edges just on the top and bottom. I am going to do this one where it's just the white on the sides. So we're going to go ahead and cut these down at 6 inches. I had my first craft fair this weekend, and a little booth that I've ever done, and I did okay. It was fun, and it was fun to just be out there to some people who didn't have any clue that I made homemade cards, and they were pretty excited about it, and talked to some people about how you do what you do and all that fun stuff. Now, the one thing that I like to do is cut some of the middle out. So we're going to grab our stamp. And I really want to look, and I think we're going to use the Santa stamp. And then I couldn't find my circle dies anywhere. So I'm going to go ahead and look for my an oval. These are just Hero Arts Infinity dies. That one looks a little big. I can't find my circle dies anywhere right now. Oh, that one looks like it might be a little small. So we're going to go back to that one that I bought. And we're going to cut out from the middle of both of these cardstocks. That way we have a little bit of play time with this. I like to try to match and utilize my cardstock as much as I can. So I'm going to quick cut this off to the side over here. I don't quite have a big enough table to do it on desk. So I apologize for that. So I'm going to cut one out. And then we'll cut one out of this one too. Paper, yep, I love it. Especially when it's like specialty cardstock or matchy cardstock. Because no one's ever going to see it, right? And we're going to go ahead, I'm going to go ahead and glue these down. I'm just going to use some on my ATG gun. It's working good for me tonight. Hope everyone, can you believe that tomorrow's the last day of November already? I mean, it's crazy. And tonight is the last night to enter into the challenge on the Brutus Monroe Fan Club. I will be drawing names tomorrow. So if you have a thank you card, a gratitude post, or a project, go ahead and post that with the CYOE hashtag in the fan club group so I can enter you in the drawing. And then I will post on Friday the new challenge for the last month of the year. I can't believe it already. So, you know, it saves you from looking for it. Does, and you don't have to cut it down. And really, like I said, who's gonna know? I mean, if you really, really, really want it, you could put some scrap cardstock in there to keep it from, like, if you push down, you might, but this is pretty heavy cardstock, so you're never gonna feel it. Oh shoot! Of course, I had tape on it already. from where I cut it out. So I like that. This. The 6x6 pads are perfect, especially these beautiful paneled cards. I do have the Winter Wonderland card, Winter Wonderland coming. I cannot wait. Like the Winterscapes. It'll be here, I think, Saturday. So I'm hoping to play with that and just cut them down. And you can add a sentiment to this and you're good to go in reality. Now it's up to you. I could have done this the other way, but I have it on this side and then this one's going to be on this side. I'm not even sure what's all on here. It looks like it's kind of got snow covered twig and some greenery and maybe some like grapevine looking decor things. But look at this. We have 2 cards basically done. Slap a sentiment on them and you're good to go. Or if you're a person who likes to color and die cut a bunch of images out ahead of time, you've got them ready to go. Well, thank you, Susan. Is there anything in particular you want me to do or show? So just let me know. I'm working on the trimmings kit. So you've made 1 card with the Winterscapes for it. Oh, like I said, I can't wait to have them. I haven't touched the Autumnscape ones yet. I'm too scared to. If this is Chroma Glaze, Jamie. It's the Chroma Glaze and the golds. So it doesn't look gold in it. And I will do a little bit at the end so you can see what it looks like when I put it on, but it won't dry. I couldn't find my stencil, like I said. Not sure where I put it, but we can do it with one of the others. And then it dries just really nice. I love the Chroma Glaze. And Chroma Glaze you can also foil over. You will need a heat like a laminator type, mink or something like that. And you can use like one of the iridescents or the shattered glass over it. And you can use that to do that. So, but it's just fun to do. I also like to use a paintbrush and just paint. So if you notice here where I kind of quit and I did a couple different corners, it's not a little perfect there. So I think that's where my image is going to go on this card. And then we'll do this one over here just because I don't necessarily want to cover up all this prettiness of the paper. You're welcome, Jamie. I will tell you, Jamie, so this is an older jar and the newer jars are like this. And I did not, and I use this and it's a little bit, this is what I think. So I don't know if you guys can see that. It's still good, but it's not quite as liquidy as it should be because I forgot and I didn't save the piece. So I wanted to do that on purpose tonight to show you guys that when you get our chroma glazes or our mists, any of our glazes, and they come in this container, there's this white piece. Save that piece and make sure you always put that on there, and that will help it keep it from, see how liquidy that is now? And I actually, as I empty them, I actually clean these off. I clean these jars out and I clean these jars out and save them in case I decide I have like alabaster and I want to mix some re-inker in it and make my own color, or some of the not unicorn horn, the fresh snow, and add a re-inker and make my own color to match. Then I have that, or in this case where I lost that piece, I can put one on top. Okay, so save those white pieces. That helps it keep it from drying out, and you don't need to use press and seal. Okay, so let's go ahead and get our images stamped out. I really do kind of want to use the gold on this, and then maybe we'll use the Noel on the sentiment. How does that sound? We're going to use this beautiful Santa. When I saw the images for this, I was super excited to get this because they're vintagey looking. And I really don't have anything that looks like this. So I'm just going to kind of center him on my circle here. And then we'll push that down. So next week, I should hopefully have, and we're waiting on a couple things to come in, and then hopefully I can do the embossing, or I can start playing with next month's subscriptions, which come out on Friday. Just so you know, if you are not a subscriber, you do one-offs, Friday is the day. So now I kind of have a little announcement to make. Hi, Jerry. That has been on behind the scenes. So a couple of weeks ago, I got a call, and I was offered the position of the director of the inspiration team. Jerry, I'm making Christmas cards using the traditional trimmings box and maybe some of the add-ons. So I officially took over the leadership of the design team or the inspiration team. And so I will be having an unboxing video every month of the inspiration kit. Thank you. I don't know if I'm going to do those live. I might do them. I think I might videotape them so that I can kind of make a card. My plans are is to try to do them the very first Saturday they come in or Sunday, and videotape the unboxing, and then go ahead and make a couple of cards too, so that I can do a couple videos using the inspiration box. And then as we go during the week. Thank you very much, you guys. I appreciate it. I am super excited. So um, I've been I'm the only design team I'm on. I really am, or inspiration team is our wording for it. I really enjoy working with the team and the crowd, and you guys are fabulous. So all right, we're gonna do two of these. Thank you, Susan. So let's see here. Does anybody make anything else for Christmas for gifts? Like, do we use somebody to make tags? Do you guys make homemade gifts for family? Shannon did step down a little while ago, so she did. So she stepped down just a little while ago, and I know she's been going live on her channel. She's planning on going live on her channel, so if you want to go over and follow her for sure, you can see um her lives. All right, we've got two of our Santas. I'm gonna go ahead and heat set these. So give me just a second. And okay, Jamie, that is one of the things I've been slowly trying to do with the inspiration boxes. And as I have time allowed, I'm going to try to put, at least on the Brutus Monroe page, try to put them into playlists. But starting next month, I will create a playlist right away with the unboxing video. Thank you, Jerry. And add videos to them as they're added um, with the different themes, I guess I should say. Okay. I'm trying to kind of do that. And as we have some lives, whether it's me or Christopher or even the live packing, trying to put them into different playlists. So if you wanted to watch one, or you could go find them, I try to do it at least once a week if I can. And that is something that going forward I will be trying to do. You've made folios for your family, and when you worked, I made some women's soup packets for my coworkers. That's really fun, Ellen. I haven't made homemade gifts in a long time. Okay, so when I heat emboss, I like to put it against my arm a little bit to heat up just a little bit. And then once I feel it get warm, I go ahead and bring it to my project. Just never get cold. All right, we got that one. I'm going to set that down for just a minute and grab my other one. All right, so there we go. We got our Santas. I'm gonna leave that plugged in case we decide to do some more heat. We're gonna heat emboss with that Noel. We're gonna let them dry for just a little bit so that I can, or not dry, but cool off a little bit so that I can wipe off the anti-static powder tool to them. I'll just go ahead and stick that on there. All right, I'm just gonna take a dry cloth. It is, and I've been trying to, there's a lot of videos, so it's been, I mean, there's a lot of videos to go through. So I've been trying to keep up a little bit, and I do need to start making notes and going back through and finding them just because sometimes it's nice. Like I know a lot of people, some content providers do like holiday Christmas series and stuff, and it's really nice when you can go and I don't watch them. I try to watch them every day or when they come out, but I can't. So then I can go back and it's like, okay, I missed one or two. And when I found that they've had them out, but they haven't necessarily organized them yet, then I'm like, okay, which one am I missing? Plus, a playlist, you can start at the beginning and play all, and it will just keep playing for you. So that's really nice with a playlist. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to add these guys right here, and then we're going to go ahead and heat emboss these sentiments. So let's add them. I think I'm going to add some liquid glue. You made the advent calendar for your granddaughter. Oh, Jerry, I think that was really fun. I don't really have anyone to give one to right now. Our grandbaby is 5 months old. So I hope to be able to make one. I think that would be fun in the future to make one and then give it to his mom so that she can fill it every year. I really thought that was a neat idea. And a neat have nor my stamp on there. I've already got that prepped. Last year we gave gift cards to the kids because our kids are all grown. They're Our youngest is actually going to be turning 24 in 2 weeks. So we have a 30-year-old who just turned 30 on Monday, a 26-year-old, and two 25-year-olds between Tom and I. So last year we gave them all gift cards, and I took a tag and kind of glued them together and put like a rip die that I've had for a long time. So they had to rip them open to get their gift card toilet out. And that was as crazy as I've ever gotten for Christmas. So I think I would like to start making some homemade ornaments to give them, or tags just to give them. Jamie, I don't know. I don't have an advent calendar. I will have to ask. I know that I don't think Christopher has started opening the advent calendar yet. That was the one he started. That was the one that he had for Halloween. But I will ask. I will send an email over tomorrow or a message over tomorrow and ask. And then as that happens, I will add them to a playlist. Okay. Because I know he was going to open them and live. So, but I don't think he started the actual Christmas one yet. Yes, I was going to say should start Friday. So, and Christopher usually is live for sure on Tuesdays and Thursdays for the most part, and then I usually go live on Wednesdays, and then sometimes that we have other design team members that go on Mondays. So, yeah. If there's anywhere we can see the project design team makes the Lori, there a bunch of them have been posting them in the I'm sorry, in the fan club group. There was a few that were posted up. I think that would be one way to see them. And then I'm not sure about Instagram right now. Like I said, I just kind of took over at the beginning of the month. So um, I'm still kind of learning all the duties and stuff. But I will find out for you, Lori, okay? Here, I'll write that down. But like I said, I did see a bunch of those. I've seen a bunch posted in the last week or couple weeks on the fan club page. All right, let's see. I think we're gonna do Merry Christmas because you're welcome, Lori. I'm a big Merry Christmas person. Since I do celebrate Christmas, not that, other people that are happy holidays, or season's greeting. I just love Merry Christmas. It puts me in a great mood. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. I am gonna just use some scrap paper for this. This is just some cardstock I have laying around. It's probably just 80-pound cardstock scraps. And we are going to stamp this down and oh, Jerry, I try to do what I can. I'm a helper. I always have been. Um, it just comes by me naturally. I'm one of a family of four, so I'm the second oldest, so kind of a middle child. So, but I like to be helpful. It's just something I like to do, especially if I can help. So, all right, we're stamping out the Merry Christmas. We're gonna do that twice. don't hesitate to tag me in a post if you have a question. If I can't answer it, I will find it. Are these mini slims? Yes, these are mini slims. Jerry, I'm glad because they're so much fun. They are my absolute favorite card to make. It's not that I don't like slimline, but mini slimes, mini slime. Can't talk tonight. Mini slim. When I type slim, I always do SLIME, and then I have to erase the E. Mini slims have just enough space. I feel like it's not overwhelming. I, Ellen, we all have scraps, right? Tons of scraps. And I have a little thing here. I mean, look at the scraps I have saved. Oops. These are perfect for sentiments. So I have them just sitting up here and I'm trying to get better about throwing things away, but I save scraps everywhere. So, all right. So here's the Noel. We're going to go ahead and put that on. Oh my gosh, is that shimmery? That is, it looks like it's silver in my, I mean, I can find out for sure, but I'm pretty sure that's a silver. All right, we're going to leave that on for just a minute. And then I'm going to have to, I didn't quite anti-stack powder tour that as much as I should have. So I've got a little bit of the color from the red stuck on there. All right, let's tap that down. Now, remember, red in anything can be a stainable color. When you have inks, paints, red tends to be, I mean, look, it's kind of stuck on there. So just remember that. Between the dog and the cats, my scrap, Kate, can you see you not? Yes, I can see you not hand. I totally get you there. I have my dog. It was funny. My little puppy here. I had a fan going in here because this summer, because there's not a lot of movement in my craft room, especially when I can't leave the windows open because of the humidity. And I had a fan going and I knocked it over one day, or did he knock it over? We knocked it over one day and it hit another bin on my floor and clattered. And he was scared to come in here for the longest time. And now he's starting to get a little more brave. And when I'm not in here, he comes over and he looks in my garbage can underneath and always taking things. So, funny story is actually this summer, I was vacuuming one day and I turned around and he had my design team project in his mouth and he ran off with it. Well, fortunately, I saved it and I actually put it back together and it was hanging on the wall in the shop or in the store. So that's kind of funny. I had to point it out and say, you can see his tooth mark. I thought I had to add that. So, paper strip. Yep. I think they all do. All right. So here we're going to melt that Noel. Oh, it's so pretty. Very sparkly. I want to do a whole background with this. We may have to. Maybe for our next, if we have time for our second card. All right. So, yeah. Oh, I know. And then he took the lid to I had left my ink open for some reason and I was folding clothes and he got the lid. And so I had to go and find an old lid from an embossing powder, throw that away, the embossing ink, put it on my Raven detail ink because he ate it. Oh, I was so mad at him that day. Let's see if I can show you what this looks like here. I'm going to try to go over here where it's a little more light. Don't know. See if I can get, there we go. I don't know if you're going to get to see the shimmer in that as much, but it does look more like a silver. Here we go. So, or an iridescent maybe more. It's not gold, I would say. Okay. Oops. See, I'm trying to get that in there. I do. I love that font. And the other thing that's great about this set, because there are some boxes left, they're $69.99, is that there are sentiments for them. And I love that. Let's see. I think it's this one. Nope. I bet you it's this one. Merry Christmas. And I love that we have font. I love that. I mean, I use fonts more and more and more. Or, sometimes when I make a card, I wasn't always using a sentiment because I didn't necessarily want to fussy cut them out or use just a square. It is the perfect font for something like that. So quickly die cut this out. Let's see what time it is. Oh, we got lots of time. The cats help the dogs. The dog prefers the black cardstock. Huh, that's interesting. I wonder why he prefers that. This is not the right sentiment. This is not the right one. Okay. Let's see here. That one's, let's see. We're going to line these up here. It should be that one. I must not have had it lined up right. I didn't have it lined up right. I'm upside down. That's why. Okay. There we go. Okay. Something weird's going on here. Okay. There we go. Let's see. I haven't used. Let's pull our fonts out here. I want to double check and make sure before I cut this out. What stamp set am I using? This is the St. Nicholas, which came in the trimming box, but I believe it is also available separately. So there's Happy Holidays. This one is Celebrate the Season. Ho, ho, ho. Okay, so this is the right one. I just wanted to make sure because I haven't used these yet to die cut anything out. Oh, that's too big of a piece. And we will cut this out. That's so funny. I'm sorry. I'm laughing at what you said. The dog prefers black cardstock. My dog likes any paper. It's my fault because he's a destroyer of cardstock. Or on ink paper, and I kind of started him that way by giving him. He likes to chew on everything. So I started giving him paper, and he started eating it up, and now he won't stop. You know, I'm not a fussy cutter either. So I messed up my die cutting, so I'm going to have to restamp that out. Let's see. Let's go. Sorry, I messed it up. I'm going to change. I'm going to change to ho, ho, ho. Because I messed that up a lot. So I apologize for that, you guys. I'm going to go ahead and redo it. And I'm going to, because I stamped it and I die cut it. For the first time, I never die cut. I never have an issue die cutting. And tonight, my die cutting machine is not working for me. So I'm going to redo this. Let's do ho, ho, ho. And then I apologize, you guys. I shouldn't say that more than once. Where's my embossing inks? And we need the anti-static powder tool. We're just going to use the ho 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 since we got Santa. And I will, I'll maybe put the Merry Christmas on the inside. Kind of depends. I haven't decided who I'm going to send these cards to yet, or if I'm going to keep them. I'm really funny about that. Sometimes I make a card and I don't want to give it up. Did any of you guys do that? When I was going through my little supply of cards for this weekend, I found a couple that I'm like, I don't want to put that on my booth. Even if somebody decides to really want to buy it, I love that card too much. So I put them back away. And then when I mess up on a card, I send them to my mom because my mom doesn't care. Or my sister or somebody like that. But we're going to go ho, ho, ho. This is a fun font for Christmas because it's got the little twirlies. Just letting it set on here just a little bit because it helps kind of stick. I don't know if that's true. I saw that on a video not too long ago and I thought, I better leave that on a little bit longer. Because sometimes I'm too fast. And then I think that's why when I go to hit it off, it falls all over the place. And if you click it, sometimes when you flick it, it seems like you flick all the color off. So let's do this one more time. Papers are definitely better than a shoe or furniture or, oh man, I don't know what else he's chewed up. He chewed up some things I don't want to mention. He's been in his puppy ages. or the furniture. He's getting better. He's definitely getting better. But he likes to chew and destroy. Okay. So I'm not doing something wrong here tonight. So all right, my paper is too small. Man, it's just not working for me tonight. Well, this is what happens when you have craft live. So we're just going to cut them out and we're going to stick it down. My paper scrap is a little too small for my die, and that's all right. So what you do is you just go with it. This will work just perfect. I'm just going to line up the edges. I know it's funny that nobody ever does that. And the funny thing is what really made me is I was watching a creator on YouTube and never really paying attention, always, you always watch them and you're kind of like, I wish I could create like that, this or that. And there was a still once, kind of, not really a still, but it was a photo of a project that was moving across the screen for the video when they were describing it. And I noticed a tiny little fleck of embossing powder or a tiny little, something or another, fuzzy. And I went, you know what? I wouldn't have noticed it if I wasn't, hi, Mom. I'm not sure if there's something there or not. I'm gonna look into that. I'm just gonna but my paper was too small to get the edges, so it was gonna cut it off. So I decided I didn't want to chance it because it's if it cuts wonky, you know how when you cut and it's all smooth and then you got one where it looks like that. I didn't want to mess with that. So my paper was just a little bit small. So I thought I will just keep these down. And that's what happens sometimes when you create live, right? So here we go. We've got our couple of quick little cards. I'm not going to add any more bling to this or anything. I think we're going to add this right here because I have a little bit of a mess up right there where I did some things and I just got quick little cards, 2 little quick cards. So I know we only got about 15 minutes, but I do want to go ahead and play with the other one I started. So the other card I started. Here, I took one of the Melody. This is going to be an A2 card, Merry Melody panels. And I took the, I did it early on. I took the music notes. Is that what this is called? I have it written down here. Sheet music stamp set. And I heat embossed it with the gilded up here. I just stamped it in some random spots. And then I used the Christmas tree stencil with the key lime green glitter glaze, and that's how I made my background. So I am going to cut this, or keep this, and then I'm going to go ahead and grab the Jurassic cardstock. This measures 1, 2, 3. So I'm going to trim it down because I want it to be 4. This one's going to be 4 1/4. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, Ellen, 2/4s are one of the best things for making those 6x6 panels. Are so great. 4 1/4. I just cut my cardstock way wrong, didn't I, guys? I should have cut it in half and then in half. That's okay. I'm not gonna necessarily. And then 5 1/2. Okay. That's not how you normally cut a panel down, but it works. So this one is a little bit big, so we're gonna cut it down a little bit. We're gonna cut it down to 4 by 5 1/4, and I think I'm gonna cut this side off a little bit. Well, thank you, you guys. I just took one of the panels. This is the Merry Melodies, Jamie. They did come in the box. I have my little cheat sheet here. They did come in the Trimmings box, but they are available separately. These are the different ones. There's 2 of every one. The Merry Melody panels. And the nice thing about these is you don't have to do too much to them if you wanted to a quick card And but I chose the one, this is the one I chose, that had just kind of a basic background so that I could add a bunch of stuff to it. You know, you like this one, you could just do a little bit, you know, do a little bit of the gold if you wanted to, or a little bit of the stenciling so that you could keep a little bit more of the pattern showing. I'll put those away later. You do that what, Francie? Oh, cut that. Yeah, I wasn't paying attention to what I did. I mean, I normally, not a big deal. And then I have a little bit of a space right in here where I didn't get anything, so I thought maybe that's where I'd cut that down. I just did some random stamping and heat embossing, and that way, see, we got this on the Jurassic. Go ahead and put that down. And then we will use some of the other stamp set that comes in the box for just a quick sentiment. All right, just kind of lining it up, trying to be as straight as I can because sometimes I don't cut straight. If you guys have ever seen me do that before, I somehow cutting weekly. Yep, cutting weekly. All right, so I think I want to use the other stamp set, which came in that, and that is called Flourishing Holiday, I believe. That needs a, oh, there you go. A nativity that needs a background. That would be perfect. You know, I mean, they have great, a lot of those are great backgrounds for just a little scene like that. So Flourishing Holiday, I think we're just going to quick make a, I am going to use the gilded, and I think we're going to stamp it out on, we're going to stamp it out on the Jurassic, and we'll use the gilded for this too. So this is, we'll use more than just the this. So this is the big piece that's in there. I don't know if that's not quite there, so we're gonna have to do it this way. This is the plus spot where I could have stamped it on here and cut it out, but I didn't think that far ahead. But that's okay. I also thought if you were gonna pick stuff up, you could put the ornamental gold chroma mist. That would go along really well with this. I know the silver splashes in there, so then you could get the sterling aqua pigment and use that to kind of do some stuff with too. Oh, you're welcome, Jerry. I hope to use it some more. I'm kind of planning on making some cards this weekend. I hope to be able to actually videotape it and do some editing. I don't do a lot of edited videos, mostly because of time. Oh my gosh, that's beautiful. We're gonna go ahead and use, I'm gonna use the gilded with this. It's just, that's so pretty. I don't know if you guys can see that. If you just used it as a watermarked, but I'm gonna put the gilded on here. I hadn't even had a chance to use the box myself, actually. I was gearing up. Like I said, I was getting my stuff done with the Arctic friends, the Arctic pals, and the November release. And then I went away for the weekend and I was getting ready for this craft fair. So I haven't had a lot of chance to play with it. So that is my goal this weekend, is to just play with my Christmas cards. Oh my goodness, look at that. Look at how beautiful that is. It is one of my favorites too. Gilded, and well, we call this the gold, but the gilded in this, and then we've got the shimmer splash and the gilded, and there's the glitter stock. I'm in love with the gilded. It's one of my favorites because they have the best. All right, and then we're gonna go ahead and cut this out. Okay. Where did I put my plates? All right, I think we're gonna go ahead and stamp on a sentiment as well. And then and stick that in the middle of that. Oh my gosh, that's so fun. Got that. Then we need a sentiment. I'm gonna stick it right in the middle. And what sentiment do I want to use? Now it does fit in the middle of that. I don't know if you guys can see that, but I think I'm gonna go ahead and pop it up. And so I'm gonna cut it out separate. I'm gonna do Merry and Bright. And I'm gonna go ahead and do that also on the gilded, or on this. The gilded sparkle, I have the gilded sparkle as well. I really enjoy that. I'm gonna just go ahead and leave that on there. The gilded sparkle. They're both fun. I think they both have their uses. When you want that little bit of extra bling, you use the gilded sparkle. When you want just that shine, you use just the gilded. Now I haven't used this stamp yet, so I am going to stamp it down a couple of times because there's residue sometimes left behind from the manufacturing process. And need to do that. It is the sherry, it is pretty. All right, and then we're gonna go ahead and heat set that. And I might even do a little bit of the shimmer splash. We might splash it at the very end here. And then it can dry overnight and you'll be able to see the shimmer on the pictures, which I will take tomorrow. I have pictures uploaded tomorrow to the fan club group. Now, I don't know if you'll be able to see this on camera. It's one of those that's easier to see in person. I'll try to get it as close as I can. It's hard to see in person because of the shine. There you go. So there's the Merry and Bright. And we will grab, I love the fact that there's 4 circles, so you can stamp all 4 of them out if you wanted to and die cut them all at once. That is something that's really fun. I hadn't even stamped this out yet. Until I think I used one of the circles earlier I did use one of the circles. Okay, where's my other plate? You guys, oh, there it is. It is, it's cute, and I like it a lot. I think there's a lot of uses you could make of it. And you can also make a fun little shaker card with these little circles and, go through and see what else you can find from the circles. There's a bunch of the snowflakes in that other set that can be, and I'm not even sure, like even the Deck the Halls, it just kind of fits. I'd have to cut them out to see for sure, but it looks like they kind of fit, but they have sentiments. The sentiments also have dies too. Here, for each one of those. So we're gonna go ahead and get this set down. Now, when you have glitter stock like this, I do use both liquid and tape runner, because glitter stock type and glitter stock tends to need a little bit of extra love to adhere them together. We're gonna go ahead and just do this as straight, excuse my head, as possible. And I am going to grab a glue dot. This is one of the black easy tabs. I'm getting low on them if you couldn't see that quick. If you don't have foam tape, you could cut several circles out and just layer them together. I'm going to use my tweezers to try to put this on. So with the shiny light, it is kind of hard to see that Merry and Bright, but in person you can see it. So we've got this as our card. Like I said, I showed that. I'm going to quick put this on a card base. There are card bases that come in the kit. These are the Perfect Blend card bases. They're amazing. I love them. I have been buying them, and when they go on sale, I stock up. I'm going to add this quick to our base, and we're going to add some sparkle to it, and then we will call it an evening. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this evening and some of the trimmings kit. Like I said, I will try to make a few more projects out. I must not have cut this straight. I didn't cut it right. So we fix it. We'll just put it in right here like this and trim it down. There we go. Nobody's the wiser. That's a very blingy card. You could add some more bling to it, but I think I've got quite a bit. So I think what I'm going to do is add some shimmer splash to this card. And where did I put our other two cards we made? I was going to add some of that to it too. Just going to shake it up a little bit. I haven't used a ton of this yet. So I want to shake it up. Thank you, Francie. I enjoy creating with you guys and conversing and all that fun stuff. I'm going to go ahead and just tap it. It's not going to add a lot of shimmer because I have a bunch of gold on there, but it'll add just enough, little bit of splits here and there for some interest. And I'm just tapping it with my finger. You really could put it on a block too and do it and then kind of push it off like that, but I just use my finger. All right. So there you go. There's our third card for tonight. Grab my other two cards here. So I hope you guys had some fun and got some inspiration to use your kit. Thank you very much. Oh, I love hanging out with you guys too. You're welcome. I will get some pictures taken and put them up. Don't forget to head over and get your trimmings kit. If you want the trimmings kit, the add-on would be separate. The add-on is the hot plate, the sheet music stamp, the tea stains, and the tinsel trim in gold. Here's the silver. The gold is just like, it's just gold. But you also can add, if let's say you don't do hot foiling, you could get just some of those things separately. But I appreciate it. Don't forget, tonight's the last night to enter the contest for the challenge. So I will see you guys next week, and have a great rest of your week. Okay, good night.